Hey guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And there was a segment in my previous TATURA RIMEHIDE video which included a similar team to this composition, and it's taking down the stage 25 of the Spider's Den using TATURA RIMEHIDE, a reset champion, HP burn and 2 cold hearts. But I believe in that video I did not break down all of the stats, and a lot of people have been messaging me on how to replicate it. So without further ado, let's break it down. So before we get into all of the stats and stuff, I think we should just go into a couple runs, see how it's working, and what other options you may want to use. So as I said before, I did use a Prince Kaimar previously, but I wanted to showcase that with a rank 50 Renegade, it can do the exact same job. Tyrant is only there for the AoE HP burn on a 3-turn duration, but you can technically use any AoE HP burn champion if it's at 100%. So there's people like Ignatius with non-resistible HP burn. There's people like Mordecai. I believe he's a Sacred Order. There he is. So once it's fully booked, 100% chance of placing the HP burn debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Because the duration is only 2 turns, you want them to cycle it twice, potentially. But because Tyrant has it on a 3-turn duration, you just put it up once and it's enough to kill off all the spiderlings. So let's just go into a run. Well, not the spiderlings, but to kill off the mummy spider. So stage 25, and let's go. So how this works is, you want to prioritize the block debuffs first. I'm going to show all of the skill priorities. This is so you don't die from poison damage. Then you get the AoE HP burn, followed by some Heart Seekers. Reset from Renegade. Do not worry about her dying. And then right here, you're going to see TATURA is going to put that perfect veil and a humongous shield, which is based off damage inflicted. Upon this, he's also applying the freeze to the spiderlings, speeding up the process of the burns with the animations. And then from here, the Heart Seekers are going to cycle round just before that turn meter gets full on the spider. Drop that down, wait for the final burns to tick off. And there we go, a 45-second run. Really accessible, guys. TATURA RIMEHIDE was a fusion we just had. Double cold heart. Granted, not everyone has double cold heart, but I hope you do if you're competing in stage 25 anyway. We got a Tyrant just for the AoE HP burn and a Renegade just for that reset. Damn, that could have been a lot better. Anyway, let's run that one more time just so you guys can see it, and then we'll break down all of the stats that I'm using. So block debuffs, AoE HP burn, boom, boom, reset. Then we're going to apply that shield again with the perfect veil. Kapow. We've also got the ally protection from Tyrant, but it's not necessary. I've tried it with Ignatius. It works the exact same. Like, they don't get through the shield or he doesn't die before the actual spider dies, if that makes sense. So we just come through the second Heart Seekers here. There we go. Wait for the burns to tick. I believe one of the spiders didn't get burned there in the top left corner. It's all good. 49 seconds again. Ranges from 40 seconds to 50 seconds. Which I think is pretty cool, right? It's similar to a video I've done before. I think TATURA makes it a lot more easier, in my opinion. You can also use champions like Attract the Wenderin, of course, but I think with TATURA being the recent fusion, I thought it's only right to showcase him in this composition. So let's just go into my stats that I'm using. So my TATURA RIMEHIDE was just built fast and tanky. Spirit Affinity, right? Where are you, big dog? There you are. So I'm running him at a 236 speed. Potentially you don't need it that fast, as long as you can survive the first wave of hits before he puts the shield on. And then my cold hearts, we got one at 192 speed, and then we've got one at 184 speed. Not fast by any means, right? But it still gets up on time. If you are struggling with the turn meter on the main spider, possibly up it by like an extra 5 speed, because you did see that the turn meter was pretty high, right? But also remember that Spider 25 is capped with the enemy max HP abilities, So you may not even need this much crit damage as well, just to make it work. My Renegade, literally some trash gear. We got her at 171 speed. Just make sure that she's slowest. Let everybody take their turns first before Renegade takes her turn. And the final champion that I used was a Tyrant Ixlamore, which is running at a 215 speed. But as you've seen in the run, I put it up once and that was it. But that's mainly down to this A2, and it's a 3-turn duration. And if you are using a 2-turn duration, make sure that you're resetting the cooldown and applying the burn again. Okay? Just because it's 3 turns is the only reason he could put it up once, and that's all you need, right? So the masteries that I'm using on Tyrant is the offense and defense. Just for War Master, this is my TATURA Rimehide. Where are you? So once again, very similar theme. Cold Hearts doesn't really matter, but I do kind of recommend the Helm Smasher. So the Helm Smasher down here. Same with the second one. Very similar builds. And Renegade needs absolutely nothing. In terms of the presets, we've got an opener with the Wings of Shelter, which is the block debuffs ability. And then he cycles into this one just to keep him alive. Then we got the Heartseeker here as the first priority, and you want to block that A2. You do not want to put extra damage onto the Spiderlings because you're kind of counting on the HP burn damage. And then we've got, same here, we've got the opener with the burn, followed by the ally protection, but it's not needed because TATURA already places increased defense and he's not going to die anyway. And then with Renegade, you just have to prioritize the reset and you're good to go. So yeah, that's going to be all for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Just a short update following on from that TATURA video, because a lot of you guys did ask me to bring this one out. So I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.